Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So first, I would like to thank Dr. Vasu and Dr. Georgopoulos for organizing the seminar series and providing me the opportunity to give the presentation. So I'm Dingbao Wang. So I'm an associate professor at the Department of Civil, Environmental, and Construction Engineering. So I received my PhD degree from University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign in 2009. Then I did 1 year postdoc there. So I joined the UCF 2010. In terms of teaching, so I mainly teaching water resource courses like engineering, fluid mechanics, hydrogeology, and hydrology for undergraduate students. And for graduate students, I teach water resource in a changing environment, groundwater modeling, and advanced hydrology. So my research is mainly in the area of hydrology and hydrological modeling and water resource systems analysis. So my main research goal is to understand the climate, topography, vegetation, soil, geology, and human activities, how those factors control the hydrologic processes and the water cycle in the watershed scale. And particularly, we try to understand the spatial variability and the temporal variability of hydrological fluxes, such as precipitation, evapotranspiration, and stream flow, groundwater level, and groundwater discharge, etc. So based on those understandings, then we try to develop hydrological models to simulate the hydrologic processes in different temporal and spatial scales. So for example, in the past 10 years, so our research group have developed a kind of unified hydrological modeling framework to model the water balance in different time scales, from daily to monthly to interannual and long-term time scales. So then I'm going to just give a brief introduction to my ongoing projects and a couple of recently completed projects. So this project is funded by NSF. So the goal of this project is to develop a regional food, energy, and water systems modeling framework. So then this modeling framework then will be used to analyze the regional food, energy, water systems under both the current climate and policy framework, and also under projected climate change and development scenarios. Then we can identify adaptation and coping strategies for the food, energy, water system sustainability under the uncertainty of climate change and development. So my role in this project is to develop the coupled surface water and the groundwater model. So the model flow and the SWOT highlighted the yellow two box. So that's my role in this project. So then the output from the coupled model, surface water and groundwater model, can be used for the food production model. So the food system. So then, and also can be used for the energy system. For example, particularly for the reservoir operations, like for hydropower production. So the output of so far this project, we one postdoc and one PhD student had been involved in this project. So, and we published 2 papers in water resource research. So this is another ongoing project funded by Tampa Bay Water. So Tampa Bay Water, they use it's a water kind of a water utility. So they use the integrated surface water model, and which is HSPF, and the groundwater model, which is multiflow. So they use this in the past 20 years. So Tampa Bay Water has been developed this coupled model. So then they use this model for water availability assessment and for decision making, etc., and for planning. So the objective of this project is to basically to assess the future land use change impact on the water availability in the rivers, in the aquifer, so that they can do the planning ahead for like 20 years ahead for planning purpose. And so then we use a new projected land use scenario to replace the input for the model, then to assess what's the potential of future stream flow, base flow, and evapotranspiration, and the aquifer water level, and etc. So then this model we basically provide some procedures for their if they want to apply this method to other watershed in Tampa Bay Water area. And so one PhD student was supported by this project, and recently the student received the NSF intern grant to conduct internship in Tampa Bay Water next summer. So, and also as a continuation, so a new 2-year project will be funded soon, so by Tampa Bay Water to continue the work, and that project will the objective is to develop a multi-scale integrated hydrological model. Basically, the model will be can be applied in different spatial scales, so for different purpose of decision making. Then this project is funded by FDOT through the Stormwater Academy. We just finished the project last August. So so the PI is Dr. Kibler and the co-PI Dr. Chang. So the objective of this project is to evaluate the performance of implementing biosorption activated media BAM in the roadway shoulders and the stormwater basins on removing the nutrient in aquifer and the spring discharge. So my role in this project is to develop a regional groundwater flow and the transport model to evaluate the impacts of the BAM material on the nitrate, on reducing the nitrate in the karst aquifer and the silver spring discharge. So so we, particularly for this groundwater model, we incorporated the conduit, basically like a kind of pipe in the aquifer, the karst conduit. So then we model the nitrate transport in the soil matrix and also the conduit network. So this the results can be used for new best management practices (BMP) adaptation for the state agencies like FDOT. And in the past years, so I also collaborated with our previous colleague, Dr. Hagen, so on several projects, which is funded by Florida Sea Grant, Kennedy Space Center, and South Florida Water Management Districts. So those projects are related to assess or evaluate the climate change impacts, including the precipitation change, temperature change, and the sea level rise impacts on the flooding and also the water resource related issues in coastal rivers. So, for example, one project we funded by Florida Sea Grant is we develop a coupled hydrological model and hydrodynamic model. So my role is for the hydrological model, like SWOT. So so Dr. Higgins, his role is on the hydrodynamic model, at circle model. So then we can integrate our two models, so we can assess the rainfall, like intensified rainfall and the sea level rise effects on the flooding. It's combined flooding due to like a rainfall runoff from watershed, and also the tides and the storm surge from the ocean. So then also so another project is funded by Kennedy Space Center is we evaluate the sea level rise impacts on groundwater induced flooding. Basically, there's no hurricane, but in the normal case, because of sea level rise, then that's going to push the groundwater higher in the coast. Then some low area, then the groundwater will be the water level will be higher than the land surface. So then, like some low area in the Kennedy Space Center area will be under the water. So, and also we project funded by South Florida Water Management District is that objective is to evaluate the effects of sea level rise impacts on and also the storm surge impacts on the saltwater intrusion to groundwater system through the horizontally and vertically. Okay. So my my short-term goal is to, of course, to looking for collaboration opportunities. So with our colleagues in our department and the college and the UCF, and also so I'm looking for potential collaborations to develop multidisciplinary proposals like NSF food, energy, water, nexus, and sustainable urban systems, and NSF also the coastlines and the people. So I can contribute to the water-related component. And my long-term goal is to solve hydrology and water resource-related issues such as floods, droughts, surface water, groundwater, and water quality, etc. And also to educate water resource engineers and researchers. Okay. In the end, so I would like to thank the support from our department and our college, and also my colleagues. So we have collaborated in the past, and also some collaborators from outside of UCF. So, and also I would like to thank my Ph.D. students and the postdocs and the funding agencies. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah.